Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at how to put controls on our window that we've created. So I'm not going to talk about every control today. I'll just talk about how to put a button, right? Put a button on our window. So as you can see, we have our window we just created. If you want to figure out how to create the window, check out my last few videos. If you're new here. But yeah, we'll just be creating a button. So to create a button, what we need to do is we actually need to intercept not intercept, handle the WM create message, right? And in Windows, there's like a slogan, I guess. It's basically that everything's a window, right? So a window is obviously a window. I mean, that's obvious. Buttons are also a window. Text boxes or the edit control, that's also a window. Yes, everything's a window. So naturally, since everything is a window, to create a button, we need to do the create window function, right? That kind of sounds weird, but this is actually what we have to do. So we we handle the create message. So create window w. So the class name, right? So the class name in our case, when we create a button, is just gonna be button, right? It's just a predefined class name. And window name in our case is going to be the text that we want to show on our button. So I'll say, I don't know, click me, right? And let's see here, style, right? So we need some button styles. So let's see here, first style, right? We need the window style child, right? Because we want our button to be within our main window. We want our button to be visible, obviously. So we need to set window style visible. Now we need to set a button style. And normally the button style that works really well is button style default push button, right? So those are the three main styles I found we need. Now XY is just the location of the top left corner of the button. So I'll just make a number 200, 200, right? And the width of the button, I'll make 100 pixels. Height of the button, we'll make 30 pixels. 30 is usually a good number. And handle to a window of the parent. So that's going to come from our handle to a window, the argument and a cool procedure. So H2ND. Handle to a menu, we'll set that to null for now. The handle to a menu, actually for controls, it works differently. Controls like buttons, it works differently because it doesn't actually, handle to a menu isn't usually, well, for controls it isn't a handle to an actual menu. It's more like a button ID. But let me just show you like the button that we just created before handling events with the button. So we created the button. Let's see if it works. Okay, so what have an error? So initialization of handle to device contact is skipped by case label. You might get this error. A really easy way to fix this is basically just to put curly braces around the WM Paint event handling code. So this should work. If you get this error, that's a quick fix. Alright, there we go. So error is fixed, window opened up, and we have a nice button right here that says click me. And it looks pretty clicky. It has a nice 3D effect. So I mean, yeah, that's how you make a button. But sometimes, well, actually, almost every time making a button isn't enough because we want to click the button and have it do things. So this is where our H menu, right? This is where our let me make sure it's right. Yeah, H menu. This is where our handle to a menu comes in. Because you see, what we can do is we can do something interesting. We can define, right, just like a I don't know, like something like button, right? Just I don't know, button as being a number, right? Like 39, right? It doesn't really matter what it is, but we just define a constant to be 39, right? And we can make our H menu or handle to a menu. I should stop checking. I know this is the handle to a menu argument. We can set this to be handle to a menu and button, right? So this is going to be our button ID, right, for the button that we just created. Now what we can do is when we click the button, the window will get a WM command message, right? So we can say, because you see, so we'll get a WM command message when we click the button. Now, if we want to figure out what button we clicked, that information is going to come in this our W param. the low order word of the wparam argument. So we can say if low word wparam is equal to our button ID, which is in our case the button, or 39. We can say message box. I'm going to show a message box real quick. Enter window. Some text like I was clicked. Caption, yay. Message box, okay, I don't know, I'm just making stuff up. I'm making an error message, because why not? Alright, so basically, yeah, that's basically it. When we click the button, it sends a WM command message to the parent window, handled by the window procedure. And the actual button ID, which we defined right here, is in a low order word of this parameter, which is what we check. And if that button is indeed clicked, and it is going to be the one that's clicked because there's only one button, we send a message box. We send a quick message. So let's see if this works. So we'll do this. We have a button, everything open, and that's nice. Let's see what happens if we click the button. Look at that. Yay, I was clicked. Error message. So, I mean, pretty good, really. I mean, basic event handling, we already kind of did that, but basic button event handling, really this should work even if we get rid of the if statement, since there's only one button. But let's check to make sure. It's always good to check. And let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I think it's important still to check the check which button it came from, because I think the WM command might also trigger when the app is started. But I mean, it still works all the same. But yeah, so that's basically it, really. Best advice would be make sure it wasn't a bug. Yeah, best advice is to check which button the click came from, because even if you only have one button, because apparently this message gets posted when the window starts, apparently. So good to know. A little trial and error we just did. Valuable information. Follow for more things like this. I will see you in the next video where we talk about either math or science or more controls. So see you then.